We went to Vegas. We get to the airport. It's Friday. We're feeling good. I went alone just because it was easier to get from my house to the airport. The boys, Andy, Mike, Roger, they all went together. I walk in. I'm trying to figure out, coordinate where they actually are, trying to find people just texting, get a little group thread going, And things just didn't go the way I expected them to. But at some point, I walk and I just see Andy walking towards me. And I'm like, that's weird. It's weird to just see Andy and not the rest of them. But I'm sure it's fine. Roger and Mike, they have their own little adventures. We look over and we see them kind of walk into the store. And we're like, all right, Mike's about to waste way too much money.
Fuck yeah.
Just buying stuff. At SFO. Yeah. And Andy, do you want to take it?
Yeah, Roger took that one personal from you. Remember that?
Yeah, Roger didn't like that.
He took that one personal.
I went through TSA. I had the pre-check, right?
So we all had pre-check except for Mike.
Yeah,
for
you
Mike.
and Roger both went through pre-check together as a unit.
So here's my thing, Greg.
So yeah, tell him.
Could I have waited for Roger? Yeah. Should I have waited for Roger? I'm gonna say no.
Wait, so you're side by side?
No, we weren't side by side. I was like 2 people in front of him.
Okay.
Because I had clear.
Yeah.
Went through pre-check, and I waited there for a bit, and I was like, Roger's still about to go through. But here's my thing. I'm like, is Roger gonna make me wait for Mike? And that's where it all breaks down. And I say, what's all of this for?
Why'd I spend the money if I'm not saving the time?
What's all this capitalism for if I'm not taking advantage of it?
There's a reason we've let the airport be divided into stratas.
Of course.
So we can feel better about our placement above other people.
When I walk by Mike, I spit at him.
This guy, he's fucking at a NASCAR race in the center with the beer helmet on. You're going to the Met Gala. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Roger's in the chat right now to check this right now.
Yeah, so do we want to know how much money Mike spent on things at the airport?
Oh, I'm very excited about that.
We'll get to that. That's right.
Very excited about that, too.
Yeah, mind you, it's Friday afternoon, so regular check is only 5 minutes long, so it's not like I was far behind.
It doesn't matter.
But Roger, like a lost puppy, looks at me. I start waving like the dad that I am, like, hey, I'm here. And he goes, Mir's fucked up. Andy just walked away from me, so I didn't know what to do. And I was like, you're here with me now. Get ready.
Roger's going to make me wait for Mike. I
am Team Roger on this one. Through it, Andy, that's unhinged behavior. To not just wait the second for him to get there. But I get where your head's at. Also, I don't blame you. If it was someone else, I'd blame them. But for some reason, it being Andy, I'm like, let Andy just do his thing.
That's part of the character.
I'm looking for Tim. I'm trying to get my snacks. I got to get my thing going.
Walked away from him.
But Roger was not wrong here.
Reverse roles, I would have waited for Roger to get there and been like, all right, let's go. Or are you waiting? There would have been give him the 2 minutes.
Well, Roger was going to leave me.
Okay.
Roger literally looked at me. He's like, well, if Andy waited for me, we would have left you.
Sure.
But then he left me, so I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Exactly. So I would have done that before I would have just walked off. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
I just assumed that Roger would have felt bad for Mike.
There's nothing more that I appreciate than when, even though we're an 11-person small business, you all act like we're 1,100 people. Like, oh, I've seen him in the cafeteria, Roger, but I'm not connected to him. He's in accounting, I'm in marketing.
Sure.
Like, yeah, I've bumped into him, but like, I'm not going to wait for him.
He's in video, I'm on camera.
I give him a casual nod. I don't know.
I'll see him at the Christmas party. Yeah.
Roger in the chat, all caps. He was one person in front of me.
It was 4. It was 4 or 5. About 6 or 7 last I checked. So
that's even better because it means that Andy in stride just leaves. Roger's just like putting his belt back on. I'm like, what the fuck?
I stood there for a little bit. I just didn't want to do it.
Sure.
Yeah. So I had Roger with me. And as everyone knows, before you get on an airplane, you want a little vitamin C boost. You need an OJ. You know, as a father.
It's a long flight.
Exactly. As a father, you
SF
know,
to
right?
Vegas,
you got to get the kids an OJ. And so I told Roger, I was like, we got to go into this organic juice spot and get a $12 OJ. And he's looking at me
the one right past the food court.
He's
on the
like,
left.
you don't
I know
need
exactly
that.
where we're at.
I was like, I got to have an OJ before this flight, Roger. So then we get an OJ. And then I go, well, I got to get my bottles of water for the flight. That's a rule, Roger.
Everyone, do you hear that?
Bottles.
There is a plural there.
Bottles. Always. You got to have multiple because it dries you out when you're on the airplane. And so then we go in there and I told Roger, I said,
you're going to Vegas, the desert.
Come on, thank you.
I bought some hand cream, too.
I told Roger, I was like, I need you to know that I went shopping last night, but for clothes, and I didn't get my toiletry supplies that I normally grab from a Target. Now, was I 2 stores away from a Target while shopping? Yes. But did I buy anything there? No.
But also, what do you mean? Like from a I feel like you have to go buy toiletries from a Target once, and then you have them.
Oh no, I chuck mine usually after every single flight.
Oof, I can't get down with that. So like your cologne, your hair, your
yeah,
toothpaste?
like your little soap bottles. I only put enough in there for one trip. It's not like I'm just holding on to soap bottles for multiple trips.
Don't act like
That would be preposterous.
That's insane. Yeah,
I'll play along and I'll be a heel for a lot of stories.
No,
but like, come on, man. That's
You're gonna notice that a lot.
I can't hold on to 3 bottles I would keep in the travel bag.
You're gonna hold on to those little 3 bottles for months on end?
Yeah, yes.
all
Also,
wet.
how much am I fucking? I'm having you travel twice a month right now. You're telling me all the time.
I travel once a year. That's
Also, if
not
I could
bullshit.
say, I could not tell that Mike went shopping.
And
Like
so-
he was just wearing a sweatshirt.
Because what did he show up in? The
Game
Summer
Awards
Game
hit.
Fest out.
Oh, he was in the SGF fit. The
saw it
blue
on his
windbreakers
stories.
with the with the Timberlands.
Untied Tim's
And then
on.
I got so many comments that were just like, I love just the complete opposite of trying to get any sort of color coordination going.
Don't try.
Like a Jackson Pollock painting.
So I get 3 bottles of water, I get some Twizzlers, and then I look at Roger, I go, well, I need a toothbrush, I need deodorant, I need lotion.
And you're buying those at the airport.
Bang, bang, bang.
That's really
So
expensive.
There it is right there. That
it
was
is.
it. And then I told Roger, I said, well, we're going to meet some nice people, Roger. Get some breath mints. And he was all uptight about getting breath mints. I said, grab some Altoids. It's going to be fine. Now, what did I do with those Altoids later in the night?
Threw 'em away.
Left them right
Left
on the
them at
table.
Topgolf.
Literally ate 3, left them on the table, walked away.
Yeah.
Mike,
Didn't
throughout
need
this
them.
trip, throughout this weekend,
$53.
so you just bought a movie theater-sized Twizzler pack, right?
Yeah,
How many times did you buy Twizzlers this weekend?
2 Twizzler packs.
Yeah.
There was more than one purchasing of Twizzlers within 26 hours.
I was in the mood. I was in the
Yeah,
mood.
he was in
and
the
I ate
mood.
some of them at wrestling.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you gave me one.
Oh, I got some. That's
We had an
good.
intermission check-in since neither of them sat with me and I made new friends.
So, yeah, what did that come up to? $53.
$53.28.
Just a nice, strong
Yeah.
purchase right there.
I don't need the toiletries, but yeah, I'll keep the Twizzlers.
And so I'm feeling good. Me and Roger were sitting down. We're looking good, feeling good. He's worried. Where's Tim? I'm like, don't worry. Tim's his own man. He'll figure it out. And then we get onto the plane.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll tell the first half, but I need
Go
you to
for
pick
it.
up the second half. First half, saw my boy Ronnie 2K in
Yeah, you
first
did.
class, okay? First person I bump into, it's Ronnie. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm your biggest fan. I dap up Ronnie 2K. What a lifelong dream that is. I mean,
Did you tell him you're from Kind of Funny?
no, I fucked that up.
Greg, he handled this so poorly.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
In a way that that Mike does, which is like amazing, but also just weird and just off. Where it's like your excitement towards this man and the energy you put towards him. I thought, oh, they must clearly know each other so well, back and forth. Like Ronnie knows Mike, they're DMing.
Mike
they
did
know.
2K tournament and stuff.
No,
like that.
Mike's never met this
I
man.
dab up
This
Ronnie.
man
I
has
go,
no
oh my
idea
God,
who
Ronnie,
he
great
is.
to see you. Tim's going to totally love seeing you. And I just walk away.
No context.
So
no.
can you imagine being him? Just like, who the fuck is Tim? Who are you? What is happening? You know? And so then I walk in, and as we're walking onto the plane, and like, you know how a plane is, where it's like, it's a single
narrow.
file line, so it's like kind of hard to see people. Mike's leaning in front of like
He's
the,
about like 5 people in front of me and Tim.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's like there's a fair distance there, and I just see Mike looking over, Tim, look, like just pointing, and I look next to me, and it's Ronnie with the cutest dog I've ever seen on his lap, and the dog had like headphones on to like stop the sound from like bothering it.
Okay.
Because it's on an airplane, and like this dog must have been 8 pounds, and this little dog's wearing headphones. It was
Adorable.
the cutest, funniest thing. So shocking. I thought Mike was just like, Tim, look at this pooch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Tim
but
didn't
no,
know it was Ronnie because he looked immediately just had the dog.
I look straight at the dog, and then as I look up and I see it's Ronnie, it all clicks to me. I'm like, oh, I know Ronnie. Like I've met him like many times, usually on airplanes. It's weird,
Yeah.
but totally know
Ronnie's
this
the
guy.
traveling man.
And then he looks at me, and we just make that like. There's the moment of like, oh, okay, we know who each other is. What the fuck is happening? And
Yeah.
then Mike's just like, I look over at Mike, and he just goes, just starts pointing at everything.
And then we get a moment that you
So much fun.
couldn't
God.
write.
So really
better.
quick, Greg, before this, because I want them
How
to tell
is
the
Mike
story.
not Content Creator of the Year at the Game Awards? What did we need to do? How are these stories?
It's before we got on the plane, you know me. I'm checking in with everybody. Where you sitting? What's your seat? You know what I mean? Just a little team check-in.
Yeah.
Are we sitting near each other? Are we sitting next to each other? My hopes, we're all taking up a line together. Why not? You know what I mean?
Of course.
Turns out we're not. But then, Tim?
Magic happens.
So explain the seating.
So yeah, let me explain. So I sit down, Mike, the whole time. Where you at, Rod? You're 27. What? You're man, I'm in 26. Andy, you're in 27. Man, you're behind me then. Jeez. So we're sitting down. I got have my headphones on. People are still filing on, and Mike I'm on window seat. row 27. Mike is middle seat, row 26. It may be 27, 28. Either way, you get the picture. So Mike's sitting a row ahead of me, and I'm like excited to see exactly what sort of stuff he's watching throughout the flight, whatever. It's going to be a good time. There's an empty seat next to me, and Mike's sitting next to a kid. Woman walks up to Mike and goes, "Hi, I'm sitting. Do you mind swapping with me? Because I'd like to sit next to my son right there." And Mike goes, "Oh, where are you at?" She goes, "Oh, right behind you," which is right next to me. And it could not have been written better. And Mike, "Oh, of course." And Roger starts laughing and cracking up. And Mike goes, "Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll go sit back there." Because, of course, it's next to me. And Mike looks at me dead in the eyes and goes, "Now you're stuck with me." And it's just like, I start dying of laughter because it is the funniest fuck. Of course this happens.
But what's
Of
so
course. I was like, somebody's pranking me right now.
It was so funny because it felt like a prank. It felt like a movie being written that like they would do this. But my favorite thing is it's Mike, so it sounded just like that, and it's threatening towards Andy like you're stuck with me.
You're stuck with me.
And the people that like brokered the deal, I saw their reaction to this of like, do they know each other? Like what?
What did we
happened?
just unleash?
Because the way that Andy reacted was, it looked like Andy was upset about this, right? And it was just such a funny thing, like to imagine the people sitting around us, like not knowing.
Yeah.
Because how do you explain? How do you explain?
Can't.
Well, I put my head
Science
down.
has been trying.
I put my head down in laughter, so maybe she thought that I was just like, "Oh no, this man's been harassing me all day."
And then we watched Daddy's Home 2 the whole entire flight on mute. It was great.
Heard Mike breathing just through my ear headphones. Yeah,
that was the guy next to me. That was the guy next to me.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't even asleep.
He was next to me.
Yeah, get some good breathing right
Two
there.
things I just need you to know, like there was a lot of shit talking today.
Yeah.
Specifically about Tim, number one.
Yep.
That he was running this as a militant operation.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Tim. Like, I didn't get to say my piece yet.
What I got told today when I was getting the
What shit could I possibly?
when I was
be
hearing the
getting?
chirps, when I was hearing the chirps today, the things people were complaining about is when they got to the lobby, they're like, "All right, we're gonna see you back down here in an hour," and Tim was like, "No, 5 minutes."
5 minutes.
That is not how that went.
We were around at the hotel. You thought maybe I kick my shoes off, I get a quick stretching. Tim looked at me, he goes, "You get 5 minutes and dress for tonight too." And I said, "Ah, shit, Tim. Usually I take a shower and shit." He's like, "You don't need one today."
So we were talking in that lobby at around like 2:43, and Tim was like, "Let's be back down here by 3." Or something like that. And I was like, "How about 3:05?"
Yeah, Andy got his 10 minutes. It was nice.
And that was about it. I mean, it was fine. I think
We were fine.
And then the other thing
First
was,
off, it was a suggestion of, should we meet downstairs in 5 minutes? Because all of our rooms are not even downstairs, outside the room we were meeting. Just walk in, drop your shit off, fucking do what you got to do, and then let's get going. But Andy's like, "Oh, how about 10 minutes?" I'm like, "All right, cool." If someone said, "Can I get more?" that would have been totally fine.
They know
But
how much
more
to
than that, though,
experiment
we
in.
had things to do.
We had to
They-
go.
We had to go. We
saying.
were hungry. All of us were so hungry.
They didn't feed
now
me
that's
at
the
all.
other thing is I've heard that,
feed
but then
me.
Mike didn't eat apparently.
It was crazy.
Mike's been saying all day you guys didn't feed
let's
him.
keep track of the food intake that Mike's had
All right.
thus far.
Yeah,
you know?
because
Let's-
it is lengthy.
Let's make sure we take care of the
'Cause
food.
Mike had
because I
three-
did not get to eat.
Mike had so around 3:45. Mike had
Starbucks for the second time today.
Starbucks for the second time. 3 chicken tenders, fries, pretzel from Tim, Twizzlers, and then we experienced the sphere. Here's
And
my-
a Red Bull.
And a
I
Red Bull.
told Roger.
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
he
"Red
said,
Bulls."
Roger, give me a Red Bull. It's for me. And we're like, we
know it's for you.
But here's my thing with the little time, Mike, because here my thing in a hotel. Whenever
Yeah,
I
he
get
likes to take his time.
Whenever I get to like take my time and relax, I take my socks off, and I just let them little puppies breathe. I let my toes just kind of like separate.
I don't know what it says about me and how long we've worked together. I knew this. I'm like, I know where this is
I
going.
separate my toes and I get the lint
them in the
out.
carpet?
Yeah, and I just kind of like I just let them breathe in the air, and I put my socks like on the AC unit if there ever is an AC unit. And I usually need at least like a good 25 to 30 with that. Wasn't afforded that unfortunately because Tim had a gun to our heads.
The Sphere Gestapo was we gotta go.
Oh, right. So at one point, Roger starts laughing a lot as we're walking down the sidewalks and there's like cars, traffic, you know. And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Fucking Mike, dude." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "There's a lady in her car." And then Mike just starts pointing at her. And she sees him pointing. She's like, "Hi." She said, "Hey," or whatever. And Mike goes, "I thought she had a fucking cat with her."
Just funny she was doing this. And I was like, hey, you know what I mean? Thought it was a cute
I
dog.
thought it was a cat. And then I came to the conclusion that Mike is Will Ferrell an elf. He is Buddy the elf. He is in a world
Everything's brand new.
It's a brand new experience. Everything, he could walk by a dude getting held up at gunpoint and be like, oh, cool. Like
Hug a raccoon, eat gum off the street.
It's Encino Man. He's in an isekai. He's in a world that he's not used to. And everything is a magical experience,
A
including
fish out of water.
Had to give her a little point.
you had
That's
the
all.
point of the lady in the car.
Sound like she took
Had
it
to
well.
do it.
Sound like she
took
thought it
it
was a
well. She
comment.
thought it was nice.
Really fun event playing Top Golf. I'm very not good at this. I had fun though. You know what I mean?
Good.
Andy, excellent teacher. So good at teaching you how to do
I
this
tried.
stuff.
I tried my
Right.
best.
And I'm not good at swinging. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at following the instructions, but they were great instructions. Oh, we don't need to see me. We don't need to see me. Why does it have to be me?
I said that to Greg, and he said, "You're so mean."
I was gonna quote it.
You're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
mean.
I forget. We're bullshit. I was nothing at all. Just Saturday, 1:50 a.m. He sends me that video, and I responded 7:30 in the morning. You're so mean.
Yeah,
Let him learn.
I got to be honest. I was scared to death of letting go of the
club.
The club.
Yeah.
Like I was like your swing because like there's just a cliff right there, man.
Yeah.
Even being there, I was not extremely comfortable. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean?
Anytime somebody would like put their swing back, and Tim is like 15 feet away, maybe, and he's like, "Whoa!" Anytime somebody's club would come back,
It was an unsafe situation for me personally. But yeah, so much freaking fun. And yeah, you hit into these like little targets, and then there's a
I
screen
was gonna
next
say,
to
show
you.
me my Andy. Wow.
Yeah,
there
dude,
it
Andy
is.
got the stuff, man. It was
Mike beat me the first game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we got to talk about, of course. Greg, please take notes on his swing there. He's swinging off of the tee, mind you, right-handed. They really favored the right-handed people out there because lefties over here. I didn't get a tee.
They said no
I had
mutants
to-
allowed.
I had to swing off the top, okay, off the grass. And I beat Andy. Okay, he left
it
the
is,
door
here it is,
open
here it
in the
He
late
left the
round.
door open, yeah.
And I caught up right to him.
Oh yeah, this is
No, this one's not going to go well.
This is slow mo one. Sorry, but the reason I did it was because he hit it badly and then looked back. I was recording him to just have a good like, here's the form or whatever. But his reaction was very worth it. Once it like went directly left. I was beating Mike's ass the second game, and then Mike said, "Well, I'm 3 margaritas deep, and you all haven't fed me."
So mind you, Greg, okay, this is now 9:30 at night. I haven't been fed dinner. Okay,
sucks.
I have not
haven't
eaten
been
all day.
fed dinner.
Okay, there's been no food at all.
adult.
They have
I mean,
not
frankly,
taken me to
it
eat.
falls on Tim. He's
of
your
course.
leader. He's
Yeah.
your leader.
And
He's
when they
leading
tell me,
this team.
go eat some pizza, Mike, figure it out.
Oh, wait, yeah, hold on. Wait. Yeah, sorry. Let's not let this get any further. We had full free meals at this place. There is so much food here. Food straight from the Sonic the Hedgehog cookbook. They were
He's
so
an
authentic
athlete.
about
He's
that.
an
Thank
athlete.
you,
He
thank
can't be
you.
out there carb loading in
Gotta
the
feel me.
match.
But
They
also,
had
I was
so much.
But also, I was just like still full from like I had 3 tenders, all those fries, and like Mike had that in addition to the Twizzlers and the pretzel.
Yeah.
So I was just like, "What do you mean you haven't been?"
Yeah.
Like I'm still
How
feeling
have
full.
you not had food? You had food.
Hey, take
I
me out
didn't
to
have a
dinner.
bite
I was
to eat.
dying. I was
Had not-
dying. I
had
had
not
a
had
lot
a
of
bite
Red
to
Bull,
eat.
too. We got
Oh yeah.
a lot of Red Bull.
The Red Bull
Greg.
vodka has definitely
Need you to
popped
know.
in after the margs.
The Red Bull at the end of the night, there I was alone, 4:30 at night in my bed. And I just felt my heart race. I was like, man, that doesn't feel normal. Slept for some more at 6:30. My heart's still racing. I was like, ooh, that's got to be the Red Bulls.
It's tough. It's
Yeah,
scary.
that'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
do
not
it.
good.
Had Alka-Seltzer for the first time as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Man.
What a treat.
Hold on. It was
What a treat.
the same reaction that Mike had when he put on, I think, it was Nerf Alice's glasses.
Yes.
The first time when Mike put on Nerf Alice's glasses and was like, "Oh, whoa!" Like this work I can see, and he had that amazing moment. He was like, "Well, that Alka-Seltzer, that was amazing. that was really cool." Like,
Yes. Then we finished the night at Wolfgang and Puck. Open 20 hours, not 24 hours, just so you know.
Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, right? Is it called Wolfgang and Puck?
No.
yeah, it's not 2 people.
Wolf, comma, gang, comma, and Puck. I'm like, oh.
And as we're so we went to Wolfgang Puck, and Mike was immediately just not
at that
happy
moment.
about
I
it.
was 14 hours deep of wearing Timberlands, and my feet were starting to get blistered.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just don't want.
You haven't eaten all day.
I don't want to exist anymore, and I haven't been fed. We haven't
Yeah.
sat down to eat yet.
Yeah. So
here we
near
are.
the end of the night, Mike very, very backhanded, going, we never got steak, but that's fine. I'm good. Never got steak.
Steak was never asked for, by the way.
Talk? Oh no! Well,
Oh, I know it was talked about.
Gary Winner. Gary Winner that.
Yeah, oh man, it's so funny. Oh my god,
Never got steak.
So sat down at Wolfgang. You know what I mean? It was pretty good.
Destroyed that meal, and the whole time Roger's really freaking out about his Sonic the Hedgehog band because the Sonic the Hedgehog band is one of those that when you pull, it gets tighter.
Yeah.
And I've had that freak out moment. I had at the Dragon Age Veilguard event.
Yeah.
I had the same thing, and Tim was kind of like, "Yeah, I'm on the same
It's that
boat."
claustrophobic
this
feeling.
kinda
Like, it hits a
sucks.
point where you're like, oh,
Kind of worried about this, right? So eventually,
My hand's swelling up.
well, before that, Roger's trying to cut it off, and Roger's
Oh
like,
my god,
"Do you have any?" And Roger goes, "Do you have any keys on you?" I was like, "Nah, I don't got my keys." And then he looks at Mike. He goes, "Mike, do you have your keys on you?" And Mike goes, "Yeah, hold on. So like, well, maybe we can cut it off, right?" Mike busts out his wallet and he takes out his hotel keys, and he's like, "No, to cut this off."
What do you mean? You know what I mean?
But Roger specifically said, "Do you have a key so I could try to cut this off?" And Mike was like, "Yeah, hold on, I got you." Busts out his wallet, hotel keys, and
It's
Roger
been a long
goes,
day.
"No,
He's
I'm
been in
talking."
his Tim.
He's-
He's not
he's
been
dead.
fed.
No one fed him.
Yeah.
And Roger goes, no, to cut this off, like an actual key. He goes, "Why the fuck would I have my fucking key on me? Why, like, what, you think I'm carrying my keys on me?"
flashing out,
in the
he's
middle
not
of
It's like,
it.
it's your fault for misunderstanding.
I'm just thinking, why would I have my car keys on me?
Why?
Greg? You know what I mean? You asked me
Why?
keys.
It's
It's a dumb question, Roger. It's a dumb question.
Why are you getting
You're
mad
at the
at him?
restaurant. Ask for a steak knife. Ask for their scissors.
Well, then we get to the restaurant. He's got a butter knife. He's jamming it this close to his face, and we go, Roger, maybe not like that. Then he
cut
flips
away
it
from
around,
you.
and he's doing this at his face again. We're like, maybe not like that, Roger. Now he's trying to cut his wrist here like this. Like, okay, maybe not like that, Roger.
I was
Take
able
it
to
away.
cut mine off with just
Take
a
it
little
away.
bit of ingenuity.
Oh,
but
my
then
God.
eventually we asked the waiter, "Can we get some scissors so we can cut this off?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then waiter comes back with scissors along with the manager. And the manager goes, "Hey guys, very, very weird. I did not expect to see you four sitting here at 2 a.m. I was like, there's no way that's them, right?" He was like, "I've been listening for a long time. I'm a big fan." It was like, it was fucking awesome. It was like, holy shit. And at the end, we were walking out. Mike was like, "You know what? I got to give it up to Wolfgang Puck.
Give it
Wolfgang
up.
and Puck,
You know
yeah.
what?
Both of them.
It
Yeah.
was pretty good. It was
Both of
pretty
them
good.
get-
So I pull out $200 when we hit the Cosmopolitan, right? After this lady stole my number, but I didn't give her the right number, so it was all good.
Yeah,
Stole your
woman
number.
walks up to Mike, and suddenly it's like, "Where did Mike go?" Say, this girl just walked up to
I
him and
smiled.
asked
She
him for a
smiled.
number,
She says, "Nice mustache." I said, "Pretty eyelashes."
and they're chatting. We're
The
like,
whole
"Man,
thing.
of course, like that's awesome.
That's
Good
Mike.
for Mike, you
Yeah.
know." And then we eventually catch up with Mike. He's like, "No, it was a lady of the night.
She was really pressuring me into give me your cell phone number. I gave her a fake number
'Cause she said,
no,
"Where-"
pull your phone out and show me that you got it. Show me you got it. And I was like, no.
What was the line of questioning? Was it like, "Where are you staying?"
Where you stay tonight? And I said, I'm at the MGM. She says, "I'm staying anywhere." And I said, okay. That's great. That's
So he's like, "Okay, that's what this is." All right.
It's like, Roger, let's live a little bit. You know what I mean?
He's got that little bag.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, the back was an
The back
immediate
was a problem.
point of contention where
Point of contention.
Where-
Leave Roger alone.
No, it's not us. It's Mike because Mike very much pulled a Nick sort of thing where Mike goes, "Roger, hold this for me," and Roger's like, "No, I'm not gonna hold that." And he goes, "Put this in your little bag. Put this
in your fanny pack." And he got offended by the fanny
Put this
pack.
in your little fanny bag, and it was such a Nick thing of like, "Put this shit in your fucking backpack, like your stupid ass backpack." And it was like, no, like if you want to have a stupid fanny bag, you carry one as well, so you could carry your shit. I'm not gonna be your pack mule.
Yeah,
you know?
I said, take these. You know, he didn't
Fucking
want
hold
to.
this for me.
We all had the conversation, the fun one, the next morning of let's try to get later checkout.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
This is something I've never done in my life.
That's crazy.
And so it's 4 o'clock when I go to bed. I wake up at 6:30. I go, you know what? I've never done this. I'll call. And so I make a phone call and they answer and I go, "Hey, can I get later checkout?" And they're like, "For $30, you can get it till 1. $50, I'll give it till 3. And I was like, "Oh, 3 o'clock. Like, whatever. We're not flying until 2 o'clock. So might as well. Let's do it." You know what I mean? Like, it is fine with me. And so I get that. And then I get the text message at 10 o'clock. "Okay, we're gonna meet in the lobby at 11.
No, Mike,
And
no.
I go, "Oh shit, they didn't get late checkout." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, that's
traditional.
unfortunate."
Here's Tim, the
And
slave driver.
Then, and Andy writes, I got it till noon. So I stumble out of my room looking at him at 10 o'clock, like, I'm fucked
No.
up. I'm like, I'm not dressed or ready.
Fucked up.
No.
And I was like, just put all your bags in here. We'll figure it out. And so I had the room for late, which was nice. We didn't have to carry around the bags. That was a good thing. That's all
That
good,
was
man.
a good thing.
You know what I mean?
That
That's all
was a good thing.
Yeah.
But what happened was, it's 2 a.m.
Here's the truth.
We're all going to bed, right? Or at least we think we are, because the plan is, hey, we're all going to bed. Last minute, Roger and Mike, hey, fuck the plan. We're going to go back out. Totally acceptable, totally fine. There was no conversation of, oh, we're all going to get late checkout. Like,
I thought there was.
no, but there just wasn't, though. You know? So it's like, okay.
There was half of a conversation of, I wonder if they would let us do that, and that's all it was.
That's all that it was.
Well, I got it.
Admittedly,
I got
Greg,
it.
this is on me. This is on me. I had the whole thought of like, if I don't make the plan here, there's no plan.
Yeah.
So it's like I should have
make
been
the
like,
plan.
let's all try to get late checkout. Let's try to get something going here.
Cameron Kennedy in the live chat says Tim not letting him sleep, not feeding him, pretty toxic work environment.
So
DC Hard Rocker Tim canceled late checkout.
I'm in bed, and my first thought when I hit the bed is like, fuck, like I should have told the boys, let's all call right now, update each other. But I didn't do that. So I'm laying there, and I set my alarm for checkout for us, which was 11, by the way.
Yep.
11 for us, not 10. Big difference there.
Well, no. 11 was the meet in the hallway. 10 was, in my mind, you got to wake up an hour early, get everything going, repack the bags. So that's why I woke up at 10 to see the text message.
Had to repack the bag when you've been there 7 hours.
I had to repack the bag. Man. I had to repack the bag.
Yeah. So
After
anyways,
a long sojourn where you're just throwing away the toiletries you bought after they're single use.
yeah. And it's like, we are going to meet at 11 and leave. Like, if you guys want to come, cool. But if not, we'll meet you guys at 12. I'm not trying to like take away his
He's
sleep.
not trying to take away the sleep.
You know what I mean? We're trying to be good.
I got
We're trying to be good here. And anyways, it's 11 a.m. and me and Roger meet each other like right in the hallway where we said we were going to meet at the time we said we are going to meet. And then Andy's door opens. I did not expect Andy's door to open.
I was already awake. I had the worst cramp in my calf like at 6 a.m, Greg.
Yeah.
It was it was in the dream that it was happening, and then it woke me up in real life. And I'm usually really good about straightening out the calf and stopping it.
Yeah.
I was not. I did not have the reaction time. It was a scary moment, so painful.
I bet it was. Sounds like somebody didn't drink enough
I was just
fluids to go into the desert. You know what I mean?
Drank more smart water.
It's shocking.
Should have got after that smart
Looking
water.
like a California racer getting off the plane, wondering why he can't hang.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's now 11. And now me and Roger are ready because that was our plan. Andy, earlier than expected, pops out, but it's all right, cool, he can join us. But still, that leaves Mike where it's like you have, as far as we know, till noon. Well, actually, he hasn't said anything, so we just don't know. But cool, either 11 be here or noon. Cool. Fucking Mike, I have never seen this face on you. Can we get this one real quick?
Stumble out.
You don't stumble out, dude. He busts out, his door just flips open, and he's like this.
Give me the one. This is how I saw it. Door busts open, and he goes,
Yes, that's how I felt. That's how I felt.
I mean, yes. But there was an intensity, and it had the vibe of like, what the fuck are you guys doing right now?
Behind my back.
Behind my back.
we had an agreement.
That was my tummy was battling the heartburn, and then Roger gave me some Alka-Seltzer, changed my mood right away.
And it just has this like, and his hair's everywhere. Like, it is just like frazzled and angry. And it's like, what's going on? He's like, what are you guys doing? The text didn't say it. Like, just such a vibe to it. He's like, I have late checkout till 3. And we're like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, that's insane. And then, it was good because then we ended up putting all our bags in your room and all that
then
stuff.
we came back, my door was locked, of course, so I couldn't get in.
We couldn't even get up the
I
elevator.
had to walk up the stairs.
There was a guy with a mustache at the Sonic Top golf event. And Mike talking to Roger like 5 feet away from him, like, mustache. And Roger's like,
That's all he said.
Roger's like,
He
you're
just
so
says
fucking
mustache.
loud. Why are you so loud?
Then there was, like, without naming anybody or whatever, there was 2 people.
Yeah.
You want to tell the story, Mike?
Which one was that?
Elevator. A very similar to the mustache story.
Oh, just so stoned. We were all in the lobby. They're like, oh man, the elevator's backed up. And I looked at Roger, I was like, they got Taco Bell at like 4 a.m. I'm like, man, they're so stoned. And Roger goes, why are you so fucking loud?
So loud.
They're right there.
Did they acknowledge they were stoned?
I mean, they look stoned. Who knows? You know,
Yeah.
they're having a great Vegas night. And then I made a friend on the plane ride home.
So we get on, like, I'm just going to jump straight to the end of this, of us being at the airport. I'm walking out of the bathroom, and Andy's standing outside, like, watching our bags. and he's just talking to this grandma. And I'm just like, this is interesting. Like, what's the story here? Like, I don't know. Maybe she's just waiting for her husband or something.
I think you may have been in the restroom at this point, possibly. Or?
That's what I'm saying. I walked out of the
gotcha.
restroom and I see you guys talking. And then when I walk out, the first thing I hear is her look at me. She goes, "Oh, you're Tim." And I'm like, what? Okay. What's happening here?
Yeah.
And then it all starts to click and I start having a
you're
flashback.
Ronnie
And I'm like,
2K.
oh my God, I heard Mike talking to someone on the plane. It must have been this woman. He must have told her so many details for this entire flight that she knows.
I work with this guy dressed as an all
When you
black.
guys, when all of y'all are in the restroom, though, Mike is talking to them, and they're like, "Okay, well, great, awesome, great to meet you, Mike. Good luck, or great to see you, Mike. And so he's walking to me, and immediately this happens every time, without fail. About 100% of the time, I go, "Oh, you know them?" It just felt like there was somebody he knew from Colorado. No, I just met him on the plane. And so he goes to the
Andy, my
restroom.
coworker. This is Tim.
The
That's
husband
Roger.
walks into the restroom. Old lady stands out there next to me. We're watching the bags, and I was like, you got to meet Mike. She was like, "Oh yeah, he's a great guy." I was like, yeah, he's
something.
special. He's a good guy.
I really wish the epilogue to this was you showed up with them to the wrestling thing where I was at. When you showed up an hour late with your
There was the
Twizzlers.
vibes as we were walking. We're just like, there's a 50-50 chance she ends up on this podcast. Like this old lady loved us, man. She is all about it,
She knows
man.
about Twitch, about Kind of Funny Games,
yeah, she
about
does.
the 4 founders.
We're picturing her like in the studio, and Mike being like, "Come play Call of Duty. Come sit down. I take my spot."
But the guy that you met on the plane that you were really stoked about at the very beginning of the story, you
Ronnie
could
2K?
only really say like 5 words.
Poor Ronnie 2K. We could have had a great
get
friendship.
starstruck,
Yeah, I know. It's
Get excited.
Shot. You'll
It
get
was
another
his
shot.
birthday.
How do I tell
know?
you my whole life story if I have 5 seconds to
damn,
walk by
Ronnie.
you?
For now, it's time to say goodbye. So until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.